everyone, and welcome to the latest round of the Mini Challenge for 2008. You might be wondering just where we are, in fact. We're in the National Motor Racing Museum right here at Mount Panorama, Bathurst. And this car, it's a replica of the one that won the great race in 1966 in the hands of Bob Holden and Renault Eltonham. Now, the Mini Challenge cars that are debuting here at the mountain this weekend are a fair bit quicker. But unfortunately, our championship leader, Grant Denyer, will not be on the grid. In his place, because of his injury, comes Nathan Gear. And while Nathan doesn't fit into Grant's race suit, he's got big shoes to fill.
Absolutely, bar the spaces they had to take out. It's yeah, look, Denyer's he's a fast driver and everything else, and yeah, I've got a high expectation to live up to without a doubt. You know, he was leading the championship and he was there for a reason because he's fast. So yeah, hopefully, you know, I can do the car proud and everything else and try and bring it home for the Decorog team.
While the chase for the championship has been reduced by 1, the field of new drivers here this weekend has increased by 7. And one of those is American Boris Said. And get this, he's never driven at Bathurst, he's never driven a front-wheel drive car, and he's never raced on the right-hand side of a car with an H pattern. That doesn't sound like a mini challenge to me, that sounds like a major challenge.
It's a major uphill battle right now. I mean, I'm having a blast, but this track is so humbling. I mean, people outside this country have no idea what this track represents, and it's just I feel like a little kid at Christmas. It's an unbelievable challenge, and it's a blast. I feel like I'm about to climb Mount Everest.
It's great to have so many internationals here at Mount Panorama for round 6 in the Mini Challenge. Here is the circuit. Jack Perkins is with me. This place is the best.
Oh, it's just awesome. One of the world's best circuits, quite steep up the big Mount Panorama hill, and downhill's just breathtaking.
Across the top, the Minis will be absolutely flying. But this weekend, many of the drivers are doing double duties, and it's Jason Bargwanna. Let's have a look at the highlights of race 1 at Mount Panorama. Jason Bargwanna on pole, Matt Neal alongside the British Touring Car champion, joining in this weekend, but his super cheap partner, Boris Said, in the Uberstar car, was not having an Uberstar run. In the wall with contact immediately off the start line. 20 Minis here at Bathurst this weekend. And already Matt Neal was charging, chasing down the 2000 Bathurst winner, who's running with 50 kilograms of success ballast. Brent Collins, the New Zealand Mini Challenge champ, was right in the mix too. And the front-wheel drive experience of Matt Neal saved him here. He runs out wide, over the curb, but he loses second to the Kiwi Collins. Tim Lay back in racing this weekend. First time in the Mini Challenge, and he was on a charge past Nathan Gear. And in-car with David Turner, really proving how quick these turbo Minis can be across the top and down the drop into the dipper. Neil McFadden in the white car looking to take the championship lead in this first race from an absent Grant Denyer. But out in front, it was all Jason Bargwanna, his 7th consecutive win in the Mini Challenge. The feature race is after the break. Time now for race 2, the feature race of the weekend, where we take the top 6, Jack, and we invert them from race 1.
Yeah, so Paul Fiore inherits pole, and Paul Stoke will share the front row with him.
And Jason Bargwanna gets a present. He gets to start on row 3. Nathan Gear takes over from Grant Denyer this weekend. A good run too from Todd Wanless, who lines up on row number 5. Chris Wooden, a youngster who has been racing in the Formula BMW Asia Series, his first start at Mount Panorama. And Boris Said, a bit of work to do in this one.
Yeah, Boris, definitely a lot of work to do. Man, a great experience. He'll be one to watch in this race.
So Paul Fiore and Paul Stokel on the front row of the grid. The front-wheel drive Minis are off and racing. Great start from Brent Collins. He has really established himself this weekend in his first start in the Aussie Mini Challenge. You can hear the turbos whirring for this run up Mountain Straight.
Yeah, it looks like they've got through turn 1 cleanly now, as a couple of the guys are mixing it up in the back there, but looks like Brent Collins got through with a good start.
Side by side on the run up the mountain, and it's Stokel who leads the way. But already, that's Scott Bargwanna challenging for second. He'll sneak on through on Paul Fiore. Cold tyres. Already some debris flying around. And there's a mirror loose too. You'd think this was a Utes race.
Yeah, look, Jason Bargwanna with the lights on there. He's on a mission coming from 6th. He's going to look to pass someone into the cut-in here.
Now, Bargs is just getting greedy. He won all the races at Phillip Island. He won them all at Sandown. He's already got one under his belt. He's going for 8 straight. That's just getting a bit too greedy.
Yeah, Barks is doing an excellent job in these little minis and very experienced at the Bathurst circuit. His experience will show here in this reverse grid race.
Already, Scott Bargwanna is putting Stokel under massive pressure at the top of the mountain. And this is where these minis, so well poised, so small, will be so quick.
Yeah, down the hill here, just be easing off the brake pedal, letting the car go as fast as it can down the hill. Hear the tyres screeching. Stokel ran a little wide there, down into the dipper.
And times have changed. 42 years ago, when Minis won the great race here at Bathurst, they were lapping in 3 minutes 11. Now they're doing 2:31 as Matt Neal makes the move at the elbow and takes second spot. And you can really see his experience in front-wheel drive cars. He's been here to Bathurst 3 times before. That's really coming to the fore. Yeah,
Matt with the mirror folded in on the Mini there. Be very familiar with the front-wheel drive cars and definitely showing his experience in second now. On board with Nathan Gear, flat out through the chase, I imagine, these Minis. That corner, one of the fastest corners in the world now, as we see Matt and Bargwanna dicing here.
And this is standard one-make racing sort of stuff. You start carving one another up, Paul Stokel's going to drive away.
Yeah, absolutely. All the cars are identical. A couple of the guys carrying some success ballast, and we see these guys having a great race.
There's Scott Bargwanna, of course. He and cousin Jason won their class here in 1992. That was a while ago. But Brent Collins, the Kiwi in car 44, is right in the mix, and he's got to get his head around a different car here, because in New Zealand they use the older model Mini, which is left-hand drive and supercharged. Here it's right-hand drive and turbocharged, and that's got to be a factor.
Yeah, absolutely. Brent looks like he's adapted well, and the Bathurst circuit would be another mixture there to learn, especially a daunting track. I don't think they've got any tracks like this in New Zealand, but he's doing a great job.
Jason Bargwanna with the lights ablaze. And we talked about these cars being front-wheel drive. You've driven a front-wheel drive car around here. Is it a different mindset completely from a rear-wheel drive V8 supercar?
Yeah, absolutely. The characteristics are a lot different to a V8 supercar, and you just got to drive to the grip level, drive accordingly, and have a bit of fun, because that's what these are. You're going to have good fun in the Minis, and the guys look to be having a great race.
Bargwanna is 5th, and he can see that they're just starting to edge away. Now, when you really come through here, Reed Park, up towards McPhillamy, as a driver, this is the highlight.
Yeah, one of the best stretches of road in the world, and to come over the blind corners, you physically can't see what's over the other side there, so you're really going with your instinct. You follow the guy in front and hope that there's no trouble on the other side.
Now, Matt Neal is pressuring Stokel, but under pressure himself from Scott Bargwanna. And these Minis, the boys have come to play for real this weekend. The top 8 all within sight of one another, and Matt Neal having a look down at the elbow, almost in the concrete. Stokel gives him room, but now Stokel gets the better run, and this is the long drive down Conrod.
Yeah, Matt did a great job there. He carried a lot of extra speed down the hill to be able to pass Paul, and they're all in one big train now, and I'm sure Stokel will try and get Matt back into the chase down here.
And you can see Matt Neal going through the invisible chicanes, trying to break the toe. But Stokel pulls back alongside. Neal will argue this one.
Yeah, absolutely flat out there at 235 kilometres. Matt still up the inside and keeps that lead position in front of Paul Stokel.
But Stokel wants to switch back. There's not much grip there to the left of the circuit.
No, definitely no grip off the racing line in a lot of the corners here at Bathurst, and the guys are single file.
Oh, no. Matt Neal has parked it on the inside of the corner, and he'll get away with it. So the 2-time British Touring Car champ leads the way, and now Stokel's the one under pressure.
Yeah, look, Matt, very experienced there, showed that he could keep the guys behind him, and now Paul finds himself under pressure.
This one, turn 1, critical, and Neal didn't get it right.
No, just a little bit of wheel spin in the middle of the corner, and I think he may have picked the throttle up a little bit too early, and it really affects the uphill run down up Mountain Straight, and Paul might have a run into him into turn 2 here.
It's just closing in on the run up the mountain. It's lap 3 of 6 in race 2 of the Mini Challenge, and Neal just starting to play a little defensive. Oh, Stokel mid-corner. It just gets away from him.